So, in today's video, I'm going to talk about karma. I think karma can be hacked. Before I get into this video, I want to go ahead and thank everybody that has watched any of my previous videos. If you're new, go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel. Um, if you guys want to, if if you guys want me to talk about anything, let me know in the comments or hit me up on social media. You send me an email, whatever. I'll be glad to um, give your ideas some thought and get back to you. Oh, what have I got myself into? Okay, so in the Western world, we kind of have a very romanticized and narrow concept of what karma is. We tend to think of it as some grand outside force that punishes evil and rewards good. We say things like karma's a bitch and instant karma and you're gonna get some bad karma, things like that. Um, Usually we focus on the negative retribution, punishment aspect of karma. I don't think it's wrong or inaccurate to think of it that way, but it's very limited and it removes by putting it by putting all of the focus on the outside force. We tend to limit the impact that we can have on karma. I think once we broaden our perception of the nature of karma, you can easily see that karma is hackable and you can actually influence your karma pretty easily. Uh, uh, uh. All right, so the definition of karma is in Hinduism and Buddhism, the sum, keyword there, the sum of a person's actions in this and previous states of existence, viewed as deciding their fate in future existences. Another keyword is future. So keep those two words in mind, sum and future. Karma means action, work, or deed, and its resulting effect. So if karma is a math equation, it'd be simple arithmetic. 1 plus 2 equals 3. Person A did whatever to person B, and so they got the karma. We judge they got the karma part, the part after the equal sign. We judge that as either negative or positive. And we usually base that judgment off of who is the victim and who is the perpetrator, or who is the good guy and who is the bad guy in that situation. So, like I said earlier, I don't think that it's inaccurate or wrong to think of karma that way. Karma, that is karma. Karma does operate that way. However, we are unable to and oftentimes fail to consider all the things that happened prior to um, whatever it is we're judging. And a lot of times we are looking at the situation from an outside perspective. Um, Very rarely do. I don't. I can't speak for you, so maybe you do. Maybe you're weird. But me personally, I don't usually think about what I'm doing and how it is gonna affect my karma. I don't. I don't look for old ladies to help cross the street thinking that, oh, this is gonna pay off real big if I do that. And likewise, neither do I, think about how spitting my gum on the sidewalk might cause me to one day have a heart attack because karma. So, based on the definition, karma is the result of every action by every actor that has ever happened and that is happening continuously. Everything that's ever happened and everything that is happening results in karma. Karma is in constant flux. We experience karma as the present. When you think of karma this way, you realize that it's not a simple equation. It's not 1 plus 2 equals 3. It's actually like some calculus, goodwill, hunting type shit. It's always changing, continuously, for everyone, forever. Okay, so now that we have a better understanding of what karma is, let's talk about how you can hack your karma. Okay, so now that we understand what karma is, and we are attempting to hack karma, we want to be in control of the outcome, or we want to achieve a certain result. The first thing to do is get rid of the idea of hindsight. I know the saying goes that hindsight is 20/20. That's true. But the problem with hindsight is that when you think of hindsight, you're looking in a mirror. You're seeing all of the ideas you have to avoid a certain situation or to change the outcome of a certain situation ultimately lead you to where you are. Um, this is based on the principle of karma. Going back to the analogy of the equation, when you use hindsight, you are standing on the right side of the equal sign, looking at the equation on the left side. So in our example, 1 plus 2 equals 3, you're at 3. You will always be at 3. Using hindsight, you are changing the you're changing 1 and 2 to say 4 minus 1, or 1/2 times 6. Um, would have, could have, and should have always lead you back to where you are. The better thing to do is to focus on insight. So get rid of hindsight, focus on insight. You know now that the nature of karma is always changing in such a way that wherever you are now is the result of karma. Karma is always happening. Karma will always happen because of you and me and every other conceivable and inconceivable force, object, being, everything else, infinity that exists. We're all creating karma and we're always creating it. So now, with that knowledge, the best thing to do is to use foresight. You have the ability to predict certain things. We use it in a very limited fashion. Like, for instance, if we see gray clouds in the sky, we can predict with some certainty that it might rain. And knowing such, we might take an umbrella with us. Instead, focus that foresight out. Decide what it is that you want to accomplish. Decide how you want the equation to turn out. What are you solving for? What's the answer that you want from the equation? Get crystal clear on that. Start on that side of the equal sign and force the left hand side of the equation to change. So you can make a list of whatever your goals and objectives are. I make lists weekly. I make lists yearly, almost always without fail. I make a New Year's resolution list. Lists help you. Lists help you get a set of objectives in a clear, understandable way, and they also help you set certain steps in motion to accomplish this. That's creating your karma. That's hacking karma in itself. Some other things you can try is making a vision board, or meditating, lucid dreaming. You can try practicing visualization. The important thing is to be clear on the outcome that you want, and then have laser focus on it. You want to guide your ship, your spacesuit, this thing we call a body. You want to be guiding this through space and time, and not letting the current or the flow idly drift along to whatever destination. I guess that's what unless that's what you want, which is nothing wrong with that. But sometimes it's better to be steering than just at the mercy of the forces that be. The last thing I would say, or I would add, as beneficial, is to adjust your course as necessary. When you're en route to whatever the destination is, when you are in the process of creating the karma that you want, just realize that things always change. Things are always in the state of chaos. We can order it in the short term, but in the long term, there's so many variables and so many forces at play that we really can't have complete control. And that's okay. We don't need to. You only need to know your very next step, really. And so focus on that. So to wrap it up, karma isn't just you did something bad, so something bad happens to you. Karma is everything is happening, and so everything is going to keep happening. You can influence what the outcome of karma is in your life very simply. Forget the past, focus on the future, and appreciate the present. That's about it. Let me know what you guys think. Is there anything that I missed, or anything that you think differently about? How would you interpret karma? Do you think that we can influence it? Let me know in the comments. Thanks. Peace.